thinking back on the days my mom had to go work a bullshit job overnight, then wake up in the morning, take me and my brother to school, then still be there to pick us up, make lunch, take care of us, dress us, do whatever she needed to do, and then repeat the same thing over and over and over again every single day. And not once did she complain to us, not once did she to us directly, you know what I'm saying? She probably had her own way of dealing with things. She probably had her own way of letting that stress out, because my dad didn't do shit, bruh. So she had to step up and really take care of us. And if she didn't do that, me and my brother would not be the men we are today. And then I think back on that, and I think, bruh, my family was struggling. And back then I was young. Back then I was a little kid. I couldn't really do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's not my fault that was the situation we were raised in, but it's my responsibility now to change that for my mom, for my family. And once you really, and because then I think about the fucking time I stopped working, fool. Like, there was, like, even just before I started working the other job, there was like a year I took off and I was just bullshitting, bro. I was bumming, not doing shit. And then I would get those moments where I would think back on the struggle that my family had to go through, and I'm like, bro, what am I doing, fool? My family out here struggling and I'm not hustling. You know what I'm saying? And once you really engrave that into your mind and really realize that, and don't get me wrong, you're gonna go through shit, and that shit's gonna like throw you off course, and it's gonna not let you put in the work, put in the hours, put in all that. But all that shit, once you get past that, and once you really get on your grind, you'll realize that all that is bullshit and it does not matter. And the reason it does not matter is because, bro, my mom done did it, but she had a responsibility for me and my brother. So she had people that depended on her. So if she didn't put in that work, we would have been homeless. We would have been without food, without clothes, or nothing. And she sacrificed her time, her energy, all that, her sleep, everything, to take care of us. And your situation may be a little different, but really think about it, man. I never had to be responsible for someone until literally this last year, I think. I had to be responsible for my whole entire family. Nobody else was working but me. So if I stopped working, there would be no house. It would be really rough. It'd be really rough. So once I got that responsibility, my first thought was like, damn, bro, why you guys putting all this pressure on me? Like, I need a little bit of help. I need a little bit of this. Like, I can't manage this with the job I got. You know what I'm saying? Now I won't be able to save up and try to create something that will bring me even more wealth. You know what I'm saying? But then, after like a few weeks of thinking like that, I started thinking back on all the things that my family has done for me. And when I refer to my family, I'm really speaking about my stepdad and my mom. And my brother also, a little bit. But I think back on all the things they've done for me, and not once did they, to me directly at least, question like, bro, like, and they were cool, bro. They shouldn't have been this cool, but they were cool. When I was straight bumming for that year, they weren't on. They were like, oh, you get a job, but like on some smooth shit. But not once did they make me feel like shit. I felt like shit personally just because I wasn't doing nothing. But they never made me feel like that. So I think back on everything they did for me, and I'm like, bro, we are struggling. We were struggling. And instead of me getting all my shit and getting the jobs I needed to get and getting that money I needed to get so I can get us out of this situation, I was bullshitting. So now that I'm in this situation that I'm in, where they're not doing what they gotta do in the sense, right? I don't care. I don't blame them. I don't feel no type of way about it. Because at the end of the day, I think also about it like this. I'll eventually want children, a family of my own. And I'm going to need to take care of them the same way I'm going to take care of my family right now. And I think about it like, man, we struggling. Ain't nothing I can do but hustle. And really think about it, bruh. So when you feel tired, when you feel like you don't want to do this shit, when you feel like all this stuff is stacking up on you, those are valid feelings. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, man. All those feelings that you get within this hustle, within this grind, they're all valid. Find your own little outlet for them. Me personally is filming some of these videos, going out to some nature, and just taking a step back from everything and allowing myself to just sit still for a little bit. Those are just a few of mine, but you gotta find your own and know that those feelings that you feel are valid, but you gotta just push through it, because the same way my mom pushed through it, and think about it, she probably had so much more stress, so much more bullshit going on than I do currently, because my bullshit is just, and it's different for me because I don't care about going out, I don't care about partying, I don't care about certain things. So if you are the type to care about that, you're gonna be like, bro, I'm sacrificing my fun, I'm sacrificing my weekends where I get to go out and drink. Man, fuck all that drinking shit, who cares? I'm just not interested in that, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on that stuff. Sometimes I do feel like, damn, man, but then you guys probably can relate to me right now. I've been so in the hustle that I don't even enjoy being out of work. And by that I mean, like, if I'm not filming, if I'm not editing, if I'm not working out, if I'm not doing something like that I feel like is bettering me, I almost feel like uneasy. And that might be a little issue, but for now it's not, just because I'm on that grind mode. So I don't think it's an issue yet. And I do allow myself to take a step back, and like, I went out with girl, I would go out with her, just enjoy the day. I didn't feel no type of pressure or nothing. At first I did. I felt like, dude, I could be working instead of doing this right now. But then I told myself, like, man, enjoy the moment, enjoy this. The hustle can wait a day. And I say it can wait a day because I'm pursuing a family also. So in order to have a family, I need to have a girlfriend. But you got to do that right. You got to manage that well. And you got to move correct with that. And don't give up the hustle for the woman. The woman should be complement to the hustle. She should motivate you to work harder. She should help you, push you, and as vice versa, you should do the same. But the thing that really I'm trying to stress right now is, take a look around, man. Your family might be struggling. The people around you may be struggling. You might see a lot of poverty around you. You might see a lot of ugliness, or you might just want a different situation for yourself or your loved ones or anybody, whoever you want, right? You see that they're struggling, man, and it's on you to hustle and get them out of this. And it feels like, why is it on me? Why is it on me? Bro, because you're the one watching these type of videos. You're the one putting in the work. And if you're not putting in the work and they're just thoughts, it's because you want to put in the work. It's because you've probably had a season where you were putting in the work and then you fell off of it. But then now it's time to get back on it, bruh. Shit like that happens. Trust me, I know. I've been there. Whole year, no work. Bullshit and gaining weight, everything. Then I started up again. Now I'm going harder than ever. And then this time, I've changed. I'm different. So I'm not getting knocked off completely anymore. But you never know what life throws at you, right? But all I know is that no matter what the hate happens, I gotta hustle. Because my family's struggling. And it's so ugly to see the struggle, man. It's so ugly, but that's motivation. That's real life, fool. You know what I'm saying? And everyone's situation is a little different. And it's not here to compare yours to another person. There's no need for that. Some people have it harder, some people have it easier. It is what it is. You just got to worry about your own situation. Because if you start worrying about this, you're like, oh, if this was different or this. Look, none of this is your fault. None of this is your fault. But it's your responsibility to do what you have to do with what you have. And you have a lot. Especially if you live here in the United States. It's a hustle, bruh. And to those of you that don't, it's fortunate. I don't know your experience. I don't know what it's like. It has its own difficulties, I'm sure. Possibly even harder, but all I can say is what I've said. Family struggling, why you ain't hustling? Take care.